G'day Gearheads, Boycott here, Filthy Boycott 74 with some more Gears of War 4 footage and gameplay. Boy, am I a little bit embarrassed. Now, yesterday, the last video I did, I'll link it in the description down below. The video was, the Coalition, are they that bad? And the point I made in that video was, they're not as bad as Activision, which is pretty weak argument, I know. But you know, I made the valid point that the point that they're listening to their fan base and they're giving us regular updates and they're trying. You know, the connections are the best. They listen to their biggest, you know, my belief, their biggest consumers, which is in the land of America, USA, and they, you know, put on a region lock basically. So people like me couldn't join in call modes, couldn't join your lobbies on US West Coast servers and play King of the Hill. I can understand why. It's a pretty cool thing, you know. As disappointed as I am, I'm pretty cool with it. Pretty deep down, I can understand why they did it. Shitty at them, but you know, look how bad my shot was. Yeah, as you saw this. So this is Guardian on social, on Australian or Oceanic, whatever you want to call it, servers. And well, after doing that video, I wonder why I was getting a lot of views. Now, maximum my videos only get about 20 views here and there, so to speak. This one's up to about 43 so far. A lot of likes, a lot of comments. So then I finally went back onto Facebook and had a look at Facebook and see how the community's feeling then. And the community is pissed, and they are pushing for a boycott on this latest update, which is tomorrow. So I'm hoping this video will be up before tomorrow, which is October 23rd. They want to boycott the October update. And a couple of guys on Facebook pages put up polls, made their comments here and there. And a lot of people are in support with them, basically going, yeah, we want to get rid of this. We want to get rid of it. We're not happy with it. They didn't give us the maps they want. And I didn't realise this, because this is how much of a noob I am. I knew the update was coming, but I didn't know it was the final map pack. And a lot of people have been asking more for Gears of War 2 maps, which is, I think, River. Correct me if I'm wrong, River, I think it is. Because look, people, I played Gears of War 1 and 2 campaign only, never played multiplayer. I really got into multiplayer and online gaming when I got to Gears of War 3. So, forgive me for my noobishness or not knowing that. And, you know, make a harsh comment if you want. I'm all down for it. Campaigns all the way through. Multiplayer, not so. Horde, definitely not. So, I can understand why a lot of people are pissed because they're getting the maps that they're not. But then I'm reading other comments, and my most watched video of all time, over 1,000 views, was the Season Pass sucks. And it's so true, because one guy said, as a Season Pass owner, all I'm getting is every month's maps I've already played over the years, remake of them, and new maps which have slightly weather change, and I get to play them 3 days before everybody else. I feel ripped off. I could have never been more 100% spot on with that video, and even more to this day. I will link that one in the description down below as well. So peeps, what I'm trying to say is I'm chasing the leader here and I get sawed off. You watch this, man, like fucking just sawed off, not sawn. You know, chainsawed, lance. I'm pissed that I bought the Season Pass. So are a lot of people. Yeah, you know, we fell for it. The boycotting. I think it's a smart move because it's a constructive one. And the reason being is Call of Duty is a classic example, okay? Now, let me just digress for a bit. Jack Felling announced he's leaving the coalition. And in Jack Felling's Twitter, they stated, I'm pretty sure it's he, stated that, I don't know, Jack, you would hope so. You never know these days. But anyway, he said, oh, look, the coalition's going well forward in the future. I've just had a few personal issues to deal with. Fair enough. It was a very respectful, lovely message there. But they pointed out that the coalition has a lot of future for Gears. There's 3 million in esports next year and yada, yada, yada. But can you see where I'm going there? They missed the point. Supporting the community by putting a $3 million competitive game in there. Now, I do know they're having local competitions here in Australia now next weekend, and I think it's in Sydney and Westfield, so I probably might go along and try to check that out. But lo and behold, majority of us who pay for it and keep this game running aren't happy. Still not happy with the mechanics. I've always said that, and I'll keep on saying again, the mechanics have always been a bit broken as well, the connection, but they're not happy. They wanted what, you know, we've been demanding for. So, what I've been saying, yes, the coalition have been listening to the community, but they've been listening to it and interpreting it in the wrong way, so it's probably best that they don't. So hence the boycott is a good thing, because like I said, going back to Call of Duty, Infinite Warfare had the poorest sales, had the most bad dislike video on YouTube ever for a long time, and they've learned from it. Boots on the ground. Call of Duty World War II. My gosh, the hype for that game is pretty full on. It's going to do well. It's going to do well. This game's going to suffer when that comes out. Every game's going to suffer for the first 2 weeks when Call of Duty comes out. Let's face it, peeps. It will. Even Star Wars Battlefront 2. They'll all suffer when Call of Duty World War II Boots on the Ground comes out. Period. So, this game's going to be one of those games which will suffer. Trust me, it will. And now, yes, Activision are dodgy, and yes, they do a couple of dodgy things, but they've obviously listened because of the big player and YouTuber boycott. Now, our community is nowhere near that size, but I agree with this boycott, and I think it's good. If you don't feel that they're not paying you, don't play on the 23rd. I mean, I personally am not going to play on the 23rd, and I don't think I'll get the DLC because, well, I will have to get the DLC if I ever want to play this game again, but it seems to be pretty bad because they're not listening to their fan base. They're listening. They're not, and so I feel bad after that last video. And now the Succubus pointed it out. Aussie Gamer made a couple of valid points. He said, you know, it comes down when you're talking about microtransactions. Why? The development in games is so more expensive now that they make their money back by, you know, either short amount of staff or microtransactions. There has to be a bit of lenience between the two, and that's kind of true. I mean, for a gamer like me who we had to play to earn the unlocks, those days are gone. Just pay for it and you get it. It goes back into making games more casual and stuff like that. Like, trust me, Destiny 2, I got 2 more exotics yesterday from doing Sweet FA, in my view, compared to the first Destiny. And they've lost a lot of their hardcore players in the first game because they said it made it too casual. You just can't win with gamers. We're a bunch of whingers. But the boycott, do I support it? Yes. Do I think it's a good way of doing it? Yes, it's a peaceful protest. It's not like it's like bending a knee. And the NFL matches, my American subscribers will get that. Australian ones won't. And it's been civil and keeping the franchise, you know, telling them that we love the franchise, we don't want to lose it, but we're also not happy with the map pack, and we're not going to get on their forum and say, you fuckers, this, that, and the other, because guarantee me, I think they get a lot of that, they get too much of that, and they don't listen to us, and why should they? You need to be a little bit more respectful over, I got totally owned there. So what I'm trying to say, peeps, is this is the peaceful protest, you can say one way or other. A lot of people die hard Gear fans, and I love it, but at the moment, I can only play Gears of War 4 for about an hour or so, and I did yesterday afternoon against Perfidy. And I'm gonna be honest with you here, peeps. It really has torn the Gears community back here in Australia with myself. I've known that. The region lock sort of has stopped us getting more sweaty and playing, you know, escalation matches here and there. I wasn't happy with it. And then, look, part of it was a lot of myself. But the Gears community I was close and tight with doesn't seem to be the same anymore. I probably added to that because of my stupidity. I won't link the video in the description, but if you follow around long enough, you understand that. But peeps, it's just not the same anymore, you know, it's just, and I do believe we feel that they've tried to go on too far cold with the competition and the money and the microtransactions, and not too much about supporting the community and where the community's at. That's where I feel, people, and I myself will not be jumping on Gears of War 4 on October the 23rd. I probably won't do the update until a couple of days later, just to express my concerns. Will it have an effect? I don't think so. Microsoft, it is getting a 4K update. We haven't seen too much of that, but a lot of people are happy about that, and that's probably a good thing. So the 4K update could be a winner for them in that regard. That is good. A lot of the big YouTubers like Razor's Edge and, you know, SA Shadows have not really said too bad, but people like feel like Butters don't play it anymore. Landon is the only person that truly plays it from the old Chaos, so that should be an indication in itself, but it's still getting following. All I ask is, you know, just don't spend any of the coins you've earned and grind on the packs. It's up to you if you do, you don't, but I'm not going to do it because I think it's a good peaceful protest. A lot of people are feeling that way. The coalition could do more, and I'm just going to say this, and I even said it to Ellis Succubus, the only way I can see them redeeming the franchise or the community is bringing back Gears of War 2, UE, improve the connection, keep the mechanics the same, just give better, you know, graphics and so forth. A couple more new maps, add a couple of maps here and there, and guess what, peeps? I reckon the coalition could save themselves. Frag and tab, good those that I knew. I got MVP, was the only time I did get this MVP on this match for the rest of the afternoon. I was owned by Perfidy. Frag and tab, good days and I'll catch you mofos later. Bye.